Hello.
Good morning.
Greetings. So we just did like what, 3.7 miles this morning.
Yeah.
And we had like a mile climb, a little over a mile climb up to the peak of
Snowbird
Mountain, which I think is over 4,000 feet. And there was like this I don't know if it's a communications tower building or a weather station or something up at the top. But it had some really awesome views. You can see the Smokies that we just came out of a couple days ago. And just sort of like 360 views of just mountains and wilderness. It's really neat.
I'm tired.
Sparkles is very talkative today. The trail has been really good. It's been relatively smooth. And we've had some really cool views.
Just stopped to have a little snack break.
Yep. So stopped for our morning snack, or first lunch, or second breakfast. And it's really buggy. So many gnats. So like we had our buffs on and got my gnat protecting glasses on.
I'm still wearing mine all over my head because yesterday they were biting me like crazy. So I'm very thrilled about the bugs.
Yeah, very buggy, but yeah, that's part of being out here. It's been pretty quiet. We've only seen 2 people, one of which we camped with, so. So I guess we will check in later.
Shoe.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Gosh, what a good day today. We did a little over 10 miles.
Yeah, yeah, we did about 10 miles today, which is what we were planning to do. We saw a couple piles of fresh black bear poop. I mean, it could have been a really big human poop, but it was definitely bear poop.
Scat.
Yeah. No bears, just bear poop. So we saw that.
Yeah. So when we were hiking today, a bird flew right in front of me and really scared
both
me
of us,
'cause
actually.
I didn't know what it was. So it was a bird, and then I looked directly where it was flying from, and right almost on the trail was this bird's nest, and there were 3 eggs in it.
Yeah,
it was
very well hidden.
So cool.
You'd never know it was there if that bird hadn't flown out. We would have saw it.
Yeah.
So that was neat. And then I think that just the highlight of the day that we had been, climbing for was Max Patch.
Yeah.
So it's a bald, which is basically just the top of a mountain that has like no trees. It's just been all cleared out.
Yeah, grassy areas.
Yeah, and You know, we're at like 4,600 feet
God.
at max patch.
This is
4,615 to be exact.
Yeah.
I memorized that.
Yep. And wow, I mean, it just felt like you're on top of the world.
Yeah.
It was just, you had views in every direction.
It was really, really cool. And we were
So beautiful.
Like, when we were climbing up, there was step after step after step, like staircases to get up there.
Not a fan of steps. It's hard on the knees.
Yeah.
But my gosh, I mean, we probably spent over an hour just kind of walking around on top of the ball, just taking videos and just soaking in all the views. It was a little windy, but we had the whole place to ourselves. There was not a single day hiker. There was not a single through hiker when we were up there. We literally had the entire place to ourselves for over an hour. It was just like the coolest experience.
It was
so
really
beautiful.
Nice. It was also really, really windy.
Yeah.
So we've been looking forward to this day for quite some time. Like Max Patch was something we were just really looking forward to because we don't really have balds in New England. I mean, we have like rock top mountains, but we don't have balds. So we've just been really looking forward to this. And we really wanted to camp on the bald. There were so many different campsites on nice grass, cushiony grass, but it was so windy up there.
And it's a cooler day today, even though like the rest of the week is supposed to be in the upper 70s and 80s. Today was only in the 60s.
Yeah.
And then when you get up here in the elevation and with the wind, I mean, it probably felt like it was, I don't know, in the 40s or colder.
Yeah.
So we I don't know, we had a hard decision and we kind of debated for a while.
Yeah.
But
so what we did was we just walked past the summit and we walked down maybe like 0.1, 0.2 miles. And we're camped right below the tree line. And so we're really hoping that we'll wake up on time to hike up there and have our morning coffee and breakfast in front of the sunrise.
Yeah, we're gonna maybe set an alarm, go to bed early tonight, set an alarm for bright and early tomorrow, and then hike back up to the top of the bald since it's not very far.
So we set up camp, we had some dinner.
We just hung our bear bags.
Yeah.
Well, we threw the lines up so that we can hang the bear bags later. All right, here we go. Attempt number 2. Nice job. Happy dance.
Right. We've read in the comments on our map that there are resident raccoons here who have torn apart food bags. So what we did was we each hung our bag on a different tree, and we're gonna make it harder for the raccoons to get all our food.
So if raccoons are active and they do try to take our food, we're hoping them, worst case scenario, they would only get one of them, but we'll see.
Oh, and the other reason we decided to camp down here was because I was really worried, where do you poop on top of a bald? And I'm a morning pooper. So
she didn't want to poop in the open.
I've got some nice tree wooded area behind for my morning routine.
I would have just pooped in the open.
Well,
we're gonna hang out here, have some
dessert,
have a dessert cookie. So yeah, that's about it. It was a great day.
I just heard a raccoon.
Well, we don't, yeah, we think it's a raccoon.
They sound like this.
He's talking back. Could just be a squirrel. We don't know.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. We'll talk to you later.
Good morning.
Morning. It's day 36.
I didn't know we were still
I think
counting.
it's 36. I'm still counting. For sure.
So, the alarm went off this morning at 5:15.
Yeah.
And our plan was to get everything packed up and ready to go and head up to the top of the mountain. I forget the name of the mountain already.
Max Patch.
Head up to the top of Max Patch and cook our breakfast and coffee up there. But when the alarm vibrated, all we could hear was like these big gusts of wind.
Yeah, it was really windy. So we just kind of stayed in our tent for a little while still.
Yeah.
But we still ended up, we just got up at, I don't know, like 6 instead.
Yeah.
And we just got dressed and then went up to watch the sunrise. And then we came back down and then packed up and made our breakfast and stuff. So a little different than our original plan, but whatever. It's all good. We saw an amazing sunrise.
Oh, it was so pretty. And just like the sun with the clouds and the mountains. And it was I don't know, it's indescribable almost.
Yeah, it was very beautiful. It was definitely on our bucket list, so glad we got to check that off.
Yeah. So we checked on our food bags this morning, and they were both hanging perfectly from the tree. Nothing had touched them. So no raccoon incidents for us.
So we're gonna try to do a bigger day today.
Yeah. Do you know how far we are from Hot Springs?
Like 19 miles.
Yeah, so we're just under 20 miles from Hot Springs, and we have a reservation tomorrow at a vegetarian bed and breakfast. So we're just gonna try to get as close to Hot Springs as we can, so tomorrow we can head into town and kind of relax a little bit.
Yep. Yeah.
So that's the plan. We're just gonna hike as far as we can.
Yeah. No pressure. All right, y'all. We'll check in soon.
It's a big tree. Show us how big it is. Wow. It's a little after 1.
We've done about 7 miles so far. We did a lot of water crossings. Some had bridges. Actually, we had a bunch of bridges. Some were just small enough where you could just kind of hop over. But there were a lot of water crossings, that's for sure.
And it smelled really good in there. The trail was just covered in flower petals at one point, and it smelled so good.
Yeah. We've hardly seen anybody today. Only a few people going the other direction, so it's like, it's just so peaceful out here.
Well, actually, there was that one point where, I'm telling you, my nose, if my allergies aren't acting up, which they have been a lot lately, my nose can smell day hiker from half a mile away, okay?
Yeah.
And I looked at Rarebird and I said, I smell day hikers, right? Because it smells like this allspice shampoo or something. And what do you know, 10 minutes later, a group of 11 hikers went by, and I told them that I smelled clean people.
Yep. And they probably smelled us coming too, so, you know, it's all good.
Yeah, but other than that, and then a couple other people, like we went 3 hours without seeing a single person except each other.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And the scenery has been changing a lot. Like we were in that forest, and then we came up to this like grassy fields for a while, and then
Yeah, we climbed to the top of
Walnut Mountain.
And it's just over 4,000 feet. It's really pretty. I mean, there were some small views there on the way up, which was nice because we didn't really have any other views besides that today so far.
Yeah.
So one of the other guys that we've been hiking with, Postcard, we haven't seen since before the Smokies. Kate showed up last night, so he took a zero yesterday with his brother and sister-in-law, who may be watching.
Brianna and Kurt.
And so they we had just gotten into the tent, we're about to call it a night, and then we heard a familiar voice, and we're like, is that Postcard? And then as they got closer, Postcard was like, rare bird? And I was like, Postcard! So we popped out and we got to meet them, so hello again.
Nice.
And caught up with the Postcard. So we'll probably see him again later tonight.
Yeah, I waved goodbye to him as he was sleeping in his tent this morning.
Yeah, I mean, we did try to gently wake him up this morning for the sunrise, but we also know he's not a morning person, so we didn't want to push it. All right, well, I guess we should like go do this climb.
All right, until next time.
Until next time.
We'll check back with y'all later.
We just made it to the top of Bluff Mountain.
4,680 feet.
And
oh yeah.
no real view, just trees and some rocks. And a bunch of flies, apparently.
Yeah. So based on that description, this is what we call a PUD.
Yup.
Would you like to give the definition of
PUD is a pointless up and down. So they made us come over this mountain. There's no view. So,
that's all right.
Still fun. Hello.
Hello. We had some pretty interesting trailhead names today.
Oh, oops.
The first one was Lemon Gap. Then the next one was Kale Gap. And there wasn't a sign for that one, but we did see some kale.
Yes, we did see some wild kale growing in there. That's pretty really cool. Yeah, so we were originally only planning on doing like 12 miles today. But when we got to where we originally planned, we kind of just decided let's keep pushing on a little bit further to the next water source and then find a dispersed campsite. And then we got to that water source and there really wasn't any water.
Yeah.
So we then just pushed on to the next designated shelter site, which is where we are now, which puts us at what, 16.1 miles or something like that for the day?
Yeah.
Yep.
Our longest day so far.
Yeah, it is our longest
I
day.
think.
Yep. We didn't really take any video when we got here because we were just kind of rushing to get everything set up, and we were so tired. As you can tell, we're tired right now. We are exhausted. Today was a long day.
Yeah.
I think also because we got up so early this morning. So.
But my legs feel really good. It's just and we noticed today when we were going uphill that we were a lot
Faster.
Faster and more efficient.
Yeah.
And it's just my feet. My feet are not yet caught up with my legs. So.
Yeah. Yeah, the feet hurt.
So I think I'm going to give myself a little foot massage here before I go to bed.
I'm going to massage Sparkle's feet while she massages mine.
I'm not touching those things.
What? They're not bad. Anywho.
Alright, I'm going to hit the hay.
Yeah, I'm going to hit the air mattress.
Good night. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you in the morning.